So today we will be starting with the chapter directing of the business studies. So let's start with it. So first of all, I must tell you that before this is the fourth function of management. Before that we have done three functions of management. That what was that? That was planning, organizing and staffing. What we were going to do is in planning, what we were doing, we will be what we have done in planning. We have done the plan, we have made the plan, we have set the objectives of the business, that who will be doing it, what will be the objective, who will do it, how we will do it and when we will do it. After the planning we have done organizing. When we have made out the plan, when we have set our objectives, the second function was the organizing. What we have done in organizing, we have organized the resources to achieve the objectives of the business. After that, after organizing all the resources which we will be needing for the for planning, for executing the plans or for executing the objectives, after that we have done staffing. What do we mean by staffing? In staffing we have appointed the employees who will do the work. We have appointed the right person to the right place to achieve the objectives of the organization efficiently and effectively. Now the fourth function of management that comes is directing. Before the directing, we have done three functions: planning, organizing and staffing. In three of them we have just made the plans, we have organized the resources, we have put the employees to do the work. Now what was that? We were just planning the action, what is going to be done. But in directing we take action, means we see how the people will do the work. We gives them direction, the manager gives the direction to the employees that how will they going to do the work, and then see whether they are doing the best of their capabilities or not. So the directing means, you can see here, the directing means in instructing, guiding and motivating. What do we mean by instructing? To give instructions to someone to do the work. Guiding means to guide someone, that how you are going to do this work. This is guiding. After this, motivating, to motivate someone to do the best of his capabilities that he can do. So, directing means instructing, guiding, and motivating. Now comes to the meaning again. It refers to telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their abilities. I hope this is clear to everyone. After this, one of the definition is, according to Knuth and O'Donnell, direction is the executive function of guiding and observing subordinates. Directing, what is the direction? Direction means that to guide and motivate the employees to do the work and observe the subordinates. Subordinates means the people who are working under you. Now comes to the features of directing. In the features of direction, first one is initiates action. Initiate action. What does we mean by this? Initiate actions means that after completing the staffing function of management, the important question that arises is as to how the entire human machinery will move. After you have done all the things, you have done planning, you have done organizing, you have done staffing, you have kept the employees to do the work. Now you will tell the people how will you do the work, how will the human machinery will move. Then this gives you the answer, that direction will gives them the instructions that how will they do the work and in what manner they will be doing the work. While other functions prepare ground for action, for the first three functions we have done, they were just preparing, planning or preparing the ground for action, what is to be going to be done. But in direction, what is it? It initiates actions. We do the things in direction. Now, second one is it takes place at every level of management. That is, it is pervasive in nature. I have told you before also, pervasive means that it takes place at every level of management. It doesn't mean that only top level will do the direction and the other will not do. But that it is required at every level of management. The top level managers direct their subordinates who are the middle level managers. Means the top level managers will going to give direction to the middle level managers, and then middle level managers will give direction to the supervisory level managers, and supervisory level managers will give the direction to the subordinates who will ultimately going to do the work. Who are the subordinates? They are the employees and workers in the factory who are going to do the exactly the work which is to be done. Then third one is it is a continuous process. Continuous process means directing doesn't place at one go only. It doesn't mean that you will do give direction at one time only. No. The direction is to be given by the manager, and each and every step. Direction is a continuous process. The work of a manager is not merely accomplished by issuing directions and instructions. He has to constantly review the work of his subordinates, guide them correctly, and also motivate them from time to time. What he is going to do? He will review the subordinates, that how they are doing the work. Then how they are doing the work, then they are doing it according to the plans or not. In case there is any deviation, is there anything they are doing wrong, you will correct it. Then last one is flows from top level to bottom level. Means the direction flows from the top level managers to the subordinates. First top level managers, then middle level managers, then supervisory level managers, and then last the subordinates who will going to do the work. Now next we come on to the importance of directing. Importance means what is the advantage of direction, why do we give direction. So first one is initiates actions, as I have told you in features also, that the employees are appointed up to the first three functions of management. In the first three functions, planning, organizing, and staffing, till there we have appointed the employees to do the work, but they cannot do job until they have been given some instructions to do. So how will they do the work, and what they have to do, when they have to do, it will all be told by the managers. Managers will give them instructions, will guide them, will motivate them to do the work. That means it initiates actions. Now second one is it integrates employees' efforts. What do we mean by this? Many employees work in an organization, you know. The activities of all are correlated. Means they all do work in coordination. Success of an organization is possible only when everybody does their job efficiently. If one of the a worker or one of the employee will not do the work, the whole of the organization has to suffer. So everyone, each and every employee has to do their work efficiently. Efficiently means to complete a job without wastage of resources, and to use the resources optimally. If any one of the employees in the employees chain does not perform up to the mark, it adversely affects the performance of the remaining employees. Thus, it is essential to establish coordination among all the activities. You have to coordinate. Each and every employee has to work with the proper coordination. The manager establishes this coordination by supervising, providing good leadership, motivating, and exchanging ideas with his subordinates. Then now manager is the only person who can can have this coordination among the employees. How can he can do this? He can do this by supervising them, by providing good leadership among them, by motivating them and exchanging each other's ideas, right? Now, the third one is means of motivation. Means of motivation means The objective of an organization can only be achieved by motivated employees. If you will not motivate the employees, you will every time you will just shout on them, they don't do this, don't do that, it doesn't work. For a good work, you have to motivate your employees. You should appreciate their work. Then only the employees will give their best. No employee can work without motivation. Motivated employees work with full dedication and with a feel of belongingness. If they are giving them motivation, motivation means either you can give them financial, you can give them bonus, you can give them extra salary if they are doing good work, anything you can do. You can give them promotion like this, and then after that they will give their work to full dedication. Now the question is, how can the employees be motivated? I have told you that the employees should be motivated. How will the employees be motivated? The work of motivating employees can be accomplished through the directing function of management. It can only be possible through the directing functions of the management. Now fourth one is facilitates implementing changes. Often the employees show resistance to change in their organizational structure, but with the changing demand of time, it needs to be implemented or enforced. Managers, through the medium of direction, shapes the mindset of the employees in a manner that they will willfully accept changes. We have and then in the business environment chapter that there are so many changes external environment in the external environment which are taking place, and for the before for that the employees has to accept that change. So in this chapter this is saying that the direction can help the employees in accepting the changes taking place in the environment. As the demand is changing, as the time is changing, the demand is also changing. For the changes, you have to accept whatever the changes are taking place in the environment. For example, when the corona starts, we have started with the uh, of online education. So the teachers were also new for that, and the students were also new for the online education. Before that, we were all doing in the classrooms our studies, but now we have adapt this change. Now we are used to with the online education. So this how this happens. This happens through the managers management who is who is giving directions to us that how can we take place, how can we do the online education, and so we are motivated by that and we are accepting the changes. Now, the fifth one is creates balance in the organization. Means sometimes that there is a clash between individual and organizational objective. When I am working in an organization, my objective is different from the organization objective. So, how this clash will get above, this direction can help to settle down these clashes and creates a balance in the organization. Direction will gives us the motivation, will gives us to the chance to settle down the clashes and creates a balance in the organization and the individual objectives. On the one hand, a person works in an organization for the fulfillment of his objectives like higher salary, promotion, etc. Obvious, if one person is working in an organization, what does he want? He wants salary, he wants promotion, he wants etc. But on the other hand, what is the objective of the company? The objective of the company is to earn higher profits. Now, the managers, through direction, tell employees how they can fulfill their objectives while achieving organizational objectives. Managers will tell all the employees that if you will work for the organizational objective, if you will give them the higher profits, it will benefit you also, because if the company will earn higher profits, your salary will also increase. So, if you will do the organizational objectives, if you'll achieve the organizational objectives, you can achieve your individual objectives also. And how it can be helped? It can be helped by the managers by giving them proper direction. So, suppose it is clear to everyone. Is this clear to everyone? Okay. Now coming on to the next one is, now the next point of this chapter is elements of directing. डायरेक्टिंग के अंदर क्या क्या चीजें आती हैं, व्हाट ऑल कंसिस्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टिंग. फर्स्ट वन इज सुपरविजन. एज यू कैन सी ओवर here, supervision means super and vision. There are two words, super and vision. Super means from over, ऊपर से देखना, and vision means seeing, देखना. So supervision means to watch from the top whether the employees are working in the proper direction or not. Second one is motivation. Motivation, I've told you that you have to motivate your employees if you need a full dedicated person doing work in the organization, and you have to appreciate their work so that they can achieve their objective effectively and efficiently. There are two types of motivation. We will be doing it in the further in the chapter. There are two types of motivation you can give to your employees. It can be financial incentives and it can be the non-financial also. Financially, how can you motivate the employees? By increasing their salary, by giving them bonus, etc. And non-financially means you can give them medical insurance, you can help their children in getting studies and all. After this, leadership. What do we mean by leadership? Leadership means to lead a person. To lead a person means the employees will, what they will do. The employees will do the whatever the leader will do. So a leader is a person who can give direction to all other employees, where they have to go, what they have to do. So leadership is the main quality, and it is not is and everyone knows that he is the leader in his own way. Now, fourth one is communication. Communication means to do any work. The most important thing is to communicate with others. If you will not communicate, the misunderstandings will going to arise. So, communication is very necessary at every level of management, be it a top level manager, lower level manager, supervisory level managers, or middle level managers. Communication is very necessary for all this. Why it is necessary? Because if you will communicate to each other, your ideas, your suggestions, your opinions will go from one person to the another. The managers can listen to their subordinates. The subordinates can give their opinions, suggestions to the managers, which he can deliver to the top level managers. And same, if the top level managers wants to say something to the subordinates, he can communicate the message to the managers, to the subordinates through managers.